Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
We begin tonight with a legal fight over 1 million gallons of wastewater possibly getting dumped into the Helotes Creek. That creek north of Helotes is in the northwest part of Bexar County.
It is the area you're seeing right now. It's off Scenic Loop Road near Gray Forest. The company Lennar Homes wants to build about 3,000 homes in the Guajolote Ranch property. That's where the wastewater would come from. The people who live nearby tell the 19's Patty Santos what the impact they're worried it could have on all of our drinking water.
I've said repeatedly that this is not an issue of not in my backyard. It's about not in my water faucet.
Plans for a new neighborhood call for more than 1 million gallons of treated wastewater to be dumped behind Michael Schick's house, but only if the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality approves a permit.
And it's not just people who live downstream in Gray Forest or in Helotes. It's affecting the water of 2 million people in San Antonio.
Schick is one of many residents near Scenic Loop in Gray Forest and Helotes who oppose the permit. Organizations like Metro Health and the Greater Edwards Aquifer Alliance also oppose it.
What happens if that gets contaminated? The cost of treating water for the city of San Antonio would be astronomical.
Helotes resident Stuart Burbaum worries the plant could pollute drinking water in the Trinity and Edwards aquifers. He also says the treatment plant would only be required to self-report failures.
But we would hope that they would vote to deny the permit, given the concerns that so many parties have expressed about this project.
KSAT emailed TCEQ and Lennar Homes multiple times for comment, but we have not heard back. Earlier this month, TCEQ said the Guajolote Ranch permit meets state requirements for a wastewater treatment facility.
Basically, it sounds like TCEQ is looking at this application saying they're following the law. Everything seems to be okay. Go ahead and approve it.
That's exactly correct. And what we see in so many of these then is the burden falls on individuals who are going to be impacted and organizations like ours to raise the money, to hire lawyers, to fight these permits, which just seems like the TCEQ is not doing as best as they could to protect the citizens of Texas.
Opponents are asking anyone who uses water from the faucet in Bexar County to support their call for a contested hearing before a final vote. TCEQ has not announced when commissioners will vote on the permit. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
And meanwhile, the future of a Bandera County solar farm project still in the hands of a judge.
So today he told both sides that he's going to have a decision on a temporary injunction next week. Now, our KSAT Investigates team has followed the Rio Lago solar project for a month. The landowners are worried about environmental impact on soil, water runoff, and also trees being cut down.
The company behind the project, Pine Gate Renewables, has promised to have plans in place for weekly inspections and when cutting down trees. You can find all of our coverage on the solar project at KSAT.com.
It's going to be a while before San Antonio District 10 Councilman Mark White is arraigned for his DWI charge. That was supposed to happen tomorrow, but now White's arraignment has been rescheduled for March 26th. Police arrested White in December on suspicion of DWI, and since then, his fellow council members voted to censure him. White's attorney tells KSAT that he asked for a reset because White's blood draw results are still pending. In other news now, woman at the center of a contentious child custody case has been arrested and charged. It's a story that KSAT Investigates told you about late last week.
Angel Nieves is accused of failing to return her daughter back to her father after Thanksgiving. Police arrested her yesterday. The San Antonio police report says Nieves didn't bring the 9-year-old to meet her father on November 25th. Now she's charged with felony interference with child custody.
The girl's father called police November 25th when Nieves was a no-show. She was indicted last week. The child was returned to her paternal grandparents, and she's going to be reunited with her father back at their home in Georgia.
The prosecution resting its case today in the murder trial of a military veteran accused of a deadly shooting. Roger McCracken, accused in the 2021 deadly shooting of Ronnie Riddle outside a Southeast Side apartment complex. So far in testimony, an eyewitness to the shooting said McCracken's wife and Riddle were arguing when McCracken began shooting. His attorneys argue it was self-defense. The defense will continue with their testimony tomorrow. If found guilty, McCracken faces up to life in prison.
The 3 SAPD officers charged in the death of a 46-year-old woman last summer making their first court appearance today. Former Sergeant Alfred Flores and Officer Eliezer Alejandro are facing a murder charge, and former Officer Nathaniel Villalobos is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You remember that last June, Melissa Perez was having what Police Chief William McManus said was a mental health crisis. She was holding a hammer when police shot her through a patio window and door. Nicola Hood, Villalobos' attorney, explained to KSAT that today's hearing was the beginning of getting all the evidence turned over to the defense.
We talked to the state. They notified us that we were missing some documents, and so the judge gave them a date to make sure we had all the discovery for all counsel. And so we're going to continue reviewing evidence as we get it in.
So LaHood also told us that he thinks all 3 men are going to be tried together. The next hearing is going to be February 26th.
Happening tomorrow, Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez has accepted our invitation to join us live on KSAT Q&A. He's been criticized by the Police Association for mistreatment of officers on trial and setting low bonds for criminals, and faced accusations of failing to fully prosecute cases. DA Joe Gonzalez has agreed to join us in person here in the studio for KSAT Q&A to respond to those accusations and talk about his priorities for 2024. That's tomorrow on the news at 6.
Also tomorrow, members of the House Homeland Security Committee are going to meet to consider articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Republicans blame him for the situation at the U.S.-Mexico border. They accuse Mayorkas of violating his oath of office by, quote, willfully and systemically refusing to comply with federal immigration laws. Speaker Mike Johnson wants the full House to vote on impeachment as soon as possible. But first, the articles need to pass the Homeland Security Committee. And Democrats, meanwhile, they're calling this a sham.
The House Republicans have clearly turned their ever-shrinking majority over to the extremists.
By the way, the last time the House impeached a cabinet secretary was back in the 1870s.
Some important dates you need to know for the Texas primary election, February 5th. Not that far away, the last day to register to vote. That's a week from today. February 23rd, the last day to apply if you want to vote by mail. And the deadline for mail-in ballots to be returned to the county, Election Day, March 5th. Early voting will also run from February 20th to March 1st. All this information on our website right now at KSAT.com.
Also, you know what's here? Tax season. Yep, the IRS will now accept and begin processing your 2023 federal income tax returns. You have until April 15th to file, so keep that date in mind, because if you miss it, you're going to have to pay a fine. That is, unless you get an extension.
I want to show you some dramatic video right now, new on the Nightbeat. A massive fire burning right now in Bryan, Texas, near College Station. This was the scene this afternoon. Those huge plumes of smoke you see are coming from a chicken farm that caught fire. Crews on the scene say that fire could burn for days. As of right now, there are no reports of any injuries. It's not clear what sparked the flames. The names of 3 U.S. soldiers that were killed in a Sunday drone strike in Jordan have been released. The Pentagon says Sergeant William Rivers, Specialist Kennedy Sanders, and Specialist Breonna Moffett died in the attack. Dozens of other U.S. personnel also hurt. A group of 8 of those other victims had to be taken to Germany for further medical attention. The 3 soldiers that died based out of Fort Moore in Georgia. About 165 attacks have been carried out on U.S. and coalition forces in the Middle East since mid-October.
And talk about being rescued just in time. 2 men who were clinging to safety in their kayak in the Gulf of Mexico. They're safe tonight, all thanks to a Carnival cruise. The ship's team members saw the 2 men off the coast of Isla Mujeres. The men said that their boat sank, so they were using that kayak to stay afloat. Got pretty lucky. Ooh, and I know we're excited about this. Super Bowl 58 is set, baby. The Chiefs and 49ers are going to take the field in Las Vegas next month, and a very special duo from San Antonio is going to be working at the big game. We'll explain.
And hard to believe the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo just around the corner. And tonight, rodeo organizers have a warning for you about your car. It's next on the Nightbeat.
Ooh, maybe you noticed signs along what was once AT&T Center Parkway now read Frostbank Center Drive. Those are the signs along I-35 South. The road signage now matching the name of the Spurs home arena. The Frostbank Center and Freeman Coliseum also home to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. And by the way, we checked. The new name is also updated on Google Maps.
And speaking of Frostbank Center Drive, that area will be busy by the end of next week. The rodeo opens Thursday, February 8th. You'll be able to watch opening night right here on KSAT 12.
But if your plans include a trip to the Frostbank Center, just a heads up, last night on the Nightbeat, we introduced you to a woman who paid to park off-site near the rodeo's barbecue cook-off, only to get towed.
Yeah, as the Night Team's John Paul Barajas explains, rodeo officials say there's one way to avoid that issue.
There's bad people out there, and we got scammed.
Terry Vasquez says what started as a trip to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo's barbecue cook-off turned into trouble. The issue, getting towed from her $20 parking spot at THT Off-Road.
Over $200 to get it out, and myself and about 20, 30 other people experienced the same thing.
THT Off-Road's owner, Nick Owen, told KSAT that some employees use the parking lot without permission to make extra money, adding, quote, "We will absolutely refund the towing and parking fees for all that were towed," end quote.
Take a chance at parking anywhere else besides the official San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo parking lots. You're never sure what could happen. Sometimes you might actually be towed. You might be frauded out of some money.
Chris Derby with the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo advises using official rodeo parking to avoid any headaches.
We actually have our lots all color-coded, lot 1 through 9. We also have some shuttle lots that are available. Any one of those will work. If you go to sarodeo.com and look for parking, you can see we actually pre-sell some of our parking as well, or you can buy the shuttle parking.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
As for those who were towed from THT Off-Road this weekend, you can get a refund. The business says you can start by calling the number on your screen.
Okay, so the number's right there. It's 210-967-9994. Just ask for Mark. You're going to need to show a copy of your towing receipt. And by the way, I know all those numbers, we have them all for you on our website, ksat.com. But we want you to stick around.
Yeah. I want to tell you now about one lucky and talented dog. A San Antonio police officer and his canine duo are going to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. They're going to be there helping make sure everyone stays safe at the big game.
Yeah, now that pair has been trained to work large events before, but it's going to be their first time working security at the Super Bowl. Kind of a big deal. San Antonio Airport Police Officer Gabe Mercado and partner Rocky. They work around the clock to keep travelers safe at the airport. If you're wondering, Rocky is a 6-year-old German Shepherd and an explosive detection canine. The San Antonio Police Department has sent other teams before to the Super Bowl, but this is Mercado and Rocky's first time going.
We're going to be providing security. There's going to be canines from all around the world. They're going to be inside the stadium, outside the stadium, ensuring everything is safe before everybody's enjoying the festivities.
All right, so we wanted to know how Rocky was at predictions. Who will win the Super Bowl? There you have it. He chose the San Francisco 49ers.
All right, well, we'll see. 50-50 shot.
What are his views on Taylor Swift maybe attending this Super Bowl?
Maybe that dog's a Swiftie.
Is he Swiftie? Yeah, exactly.
Anti-Swiftie.
Anti-Swiftie.
Yeah.
One team or the other, right?
Well, now live look right here. 53 degrees, decent night. We also got to talk about some rain.
Yes, we have rain back in the forecast. It's good to see it in the pattern, at least periodically. It's nice to be in that kind of a pattern that has begun. A little more indicative of a classic El Nino pattern and what's more average for El Nino this time of year for us. We do have some cool mornings, but comfortable afternoons on the way. Just what you'd expect this time of year. Sunny through Thursday, more ditto days that are going to be very similar up until we get to Friday night. That's when the rain starts to move in. Here's our rain chances. And in Friday morning, it's going to be a little damp. We'll have some morning fog, reduced visibility, some drizzle, drippy dampness. But by Friday night, that's when the real rain starts to develop and move through. That's going to last all the way into early Saturday and then probably clear out by around the noon hour on Saturday. Still a little early for a specific timing, but that's the way it looks at the moment. Very quiet pattern across the lower 48 right now. I mean, very quiet weather pattern. Not much out there in terms of precipitation. But now you will see we've got a little weak swirl to the west of us. Sometimes these can strengthen and turn into good rain-making energy. This one's not going to do that for us. It may throw some clouds our way on Thursday. That's about it. Some ornamental clouds. But then we're watching a system in the Pacific that's going to have some energy peel off of it and dive southward. And as it does that, it's going to strengthen, have its own closed circulation here. So a wide-reaching system that's going to be affecting us Friday night into Saturday. Here's a look at our futurecast, and you see the shower activity starting to pick up Friday night, lasting off and on all the way through the first part of Saturday. And there could be some rumbles of thunder. We're expecting mainly rain around here, moderate in nature at times, but a few rumbles of thunder can't be ruled out. And you look at the wide-ranging scope of this system. Heavy snow in some of the Rockies, in parts of the Rockies, and then rain stretching down the plains all the way to the Gulf coastline. As for overall accumulations, still early for this, but most of it's going to be in East Texas. However, even around here, I think many backyard rain gauges could very well pick up around an inch of rain. So cross your fingers for your neighborhood, especially if you get a little bit of lightning and thunder. That usually helps enhance the rainfall a little bit more. Look at the temps today, 39 in the morning, 68 in the afternoon. Tomorrow's going to be similar. You'll want to dress in layers, have a sweatshirt at the bus stop in the morning, and then by the afternoon, t-shirts, and that's going to be the case the rest of this week. 52 right now, a dew point of 41. We have fairly dry air. I do want to point out that's going to change a little bit in the days ahead. By Friday, a hint of humidity back in the air. We'll get some Gulf moisture. And that's not only significant in terms of how it may feel outside, but particularly that's going to add to the fog potential Friday morning, and then also add to our rainfall potential by Friday night. Takes moisture to make the rain, and that'll help boost our rainfall potential a bit. Tomorrow morning, waking up to 41 in Boerne, 41 in Bulverde, some upper 30s in parts of the hill country. We get to Stinson, 43, along with Pleasanton. But by noon, we're already at 65. So maybe a light jacket early, but short sleeves by noon. Afternoon, 70 degrees for the high temperature, mostly sunny. Just some of the nice high, thin, wispy clouds overhead, which make for beautiful sunrises and sunsets. And we anticipate that. So if you're up early tomorrow, around sunrise, go take a peek out there. See if you see some good color bouncing off the base of those cirrus clouds. 70 in Castroville tomorrow afternoon, Converse 68, and 70 in Bandera. Beautiful afternoon, more of the same. Another ditto day or copy and paste all the way into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, very similar. And then Friday morning, that drizzly, drippy dampness we'll have to start the day, leading to the showers. And even a few embedded thunderstorms possible Friday night into early Saturday. Now, I want to point out, behind that rain, it's likely to be windy as well. We'll clear out, but anticipate a windy weekend. However, I'd say we're pretty accustomed to that by now this winter.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
All right. The Spurs, you could see it at their faces at the end of the game. They knew this is when they let get away.
They absolutely did. It was right there. They led for most of the game, and in the final minutes, it slips away. The Spurs had a winnable game in front of them and a chance to capture 3 straight in front of their home crowd. But instead, they suffer a disappointing loss to Washington. Plus, he's been the face of the UTSA football program for the last 7 years, and he's not done making an impact for the Roadrunners post-college. Frank Harris's next move coming up right after the break. Straight wins in sight for the San Antonio Spurs, with Washington, the second worst team in the NBA, visiting the Alamo City. Let's get to the action inside Frostbank Center tonight. Spurs up 6. Blake Wesley gets in the way of the inbounds. Wesley's shot from the corner pocket is money. It's a 2-point game now. Keldon Johnson kicks it out to Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama drives to the basket, and Wemby's right there for his own putback dunk. All right, first half clock winding down as Kyle Kuzma spins, step back, and gets the jumper to fall at the halftime buzzer. Let's go to the final minutes of the game. Wesley, with his third steal, leads to a Jetty Osman triple. San Antonio in front 86-77. But before you know it, Wizards go on a run and tie the game. Jordan Poole, 3-shot, good from the corner. Then Tyus Jones pick and roll fade away. Wizards take the lead. Under 2 to go. Jones drains another triple, and the Spurs let this one slip away, 118 to 113 the final. Devin Vassell finished with the game-high 24 points in the loss. Kyle Kuzma, 18 for Washington. Wemby had 22 points, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks, and both Jones brothers added 9 assists apiece for their respective teams. Here's Coach Pop after the loss.
Well, it's what I call a self-inflicted loss. I thought Washington played harder than we did. They played smarter. They executed better. We didn't have enough people playing well or playing smart, and we did that to ourselves. So I think it's a tough loss because for the first time in a while, we looked young, we looked immature, we looked foolish, and did not play with each other the way we have been. So that's a disappointment.
All right, after 7 years as a quarterback at UTSA and 11 surgeries throughout his playing career, Frank Harris decided it was time for him to hang up his cleats and trade them for dress shoes. Harris was joined by UTSA head football coach Jeff Traylor and 47 UTSA football players in the lobby of the PM offices this morning, where he announced he will be the new vice president of City Fans 210, an NIL fundraising organization that seeks to raise financial support for UTSA athletes with a focus on college football. And Harris told us why this new role is so intriguing to him.
It's a perfect position for me to give back. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm going to be working at all. I feel like I've been going out talking to people my whole life, trying to represent UTSA the best that I can. And now I'm representing UTSA football and City Fans as well. So I'm definitely excited for it. Hopefully we can benefit from it. Hopefully I can bring some awareness and get some money for these guys and keep everybody here.
Harris plans to reach a goal of $1 million in funding for the UTSA football recruiting office over the next year.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
You don't want to lose. And losing to go to the Super Bowl, it makes it that much worse. It's tough.
Josh Reynolds and the Detroit Lions suffered a devastating loss to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. San Francisco will face Kansas City in a Super Bowl rematch from 4 years ago. The Chiefs bested Baltimore in the AFC title game to advance. The Chiefs will try to become the first back-to-back champions since New England did it in 03 to 04. The Niners seek a record-tying 6th Super Bowl title in their 8th appearance. February 11th in Las Vegas, the two will face off in Super Bowl 58. All right, after the break, one of the greatest to wear Baylor threads is being honored in a fitting way. Women's basketball star Brittany Griner's jersey will be retired. Stay with us. Welcome back. Baylor will retire Brittany Griner's number 42 jersey up in the rafters in the recently opened Foster Pavilion in Waco, Texas. Griner, of course, one of the greatest basketball players in Baylor's history. The Phoenix Mercury star and top WNBA draft pick in 2013 helped Baylor go 40-0 her junior year en route to a national championship. The Houston native is the NCAA record holder in career blocked shots, and she was recently passed by Iowa's Caitlin Clark for the number 4 spot on the NCAA's women's basketball all-time scoring list. Griner is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and won the 2014 WNBA title. Her jersey retirement will be on February 18th when the Lady Bears host Texas Tech. These highlights, by the way, are from her 50-point night on senior night for Baylor in 2013. An incredible athlete.
Certainly somebody that left their mark at Baylor for years and years to come.
Yes, absolutely.
Incredible record. Thank you. We'll be right back.